Good morning, agents, and welcome to another daily episode of Target Loot today for September 26th. The series that shows you the Target Loot map, farming tips and tricks, vendor reset highlights, and much more. I'm Agent Shadow, and if you enjoy my content, please consider smashing the subscribe and like buttons below. You can also check out the pinned comment below for links to support my channel, my Discord, and the Shadow Crew clan on all platforms. So let's get started with the Dark Zones first, and the highlights from the Dark Zone vendors, Washington DC, and then New York City last. So starting off with the clan vendor, we got the Everyday Carrier. That's the new Bellstone Armory brand set that has perfect efficient. In DZ West, we got the Harmony with perfectly in sync. Now that's definitely worth it for sure. I run that on my legendary assault turret drone build. Anything that's skill damage build, you always want to run in sync. That can give you up to 30% extra skill damage, so that's always worth it. And also, before I forget, the theater also sells the mop, so if you want to grab that, that's the new name shotgun with 10% armor on kill, but it has breadbasket as the talent, I believe. Anyway, Petrol Defense of DZ West, nothing DZ exclusive there. Same with gear system mods at DZ South, nothing at the vendor either. But shotguns at DZ East, you can get the Rock and Roll shotgun. That's a named DZ exclusive, and I believe that comes with perfectly extra. So I would definitely get that shotgun if you have a chance for sure. And remember, the mop is not a DZ exclusive. You can just farm shotguns targeted loot in the light zone areas, and you'll be able to get it. And lastly, named items at the Dark Zone vendors cost 152 DZ resources. To get DZ resources, you have to deconstruct loot in your contaminated bag and then extract them. Otherwise, you'll just extract marked as junk loot, not the DZ resources. Alright, agents, Northside highlights. We got chest pieces at Camp White Oak. So, you can get the tardigrade armor system, or whatever it's called. It's the exotic chest piece, besides the Ridgeway. That's definitely worth it, especially if you're running groups. Sokolov Concern at Coney Island Ballpark. You always want to run that, with an SMG build. Just replace Providence Defense with Sokolov Concern if you're running a DPS build with an SMG. I actually have a brand new build video that's coming out at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Technically today, September 26th. It's my best build for Hunter's Fury, so definitely check that out. It's scheduled to release at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to have one piece of Sokolov Concern, so definitely farm for that today if you need it. It's a backpack. So, anyway. Badger Tough at the amusement park. That's something else. That's the other piece for my Hunter's Fury build, so you might want to farm that too. Zero F's chest piece with perfect unbreakable. That's always worth getting for any DPS build, really. And then Alp Summit at Manning National Zoo. I would get a chest piece with Empathetic Resolve for a healer build, or you can get the Percussive Maintenance backpack. That's a named backpack with perfect tech support, but like I always say, best to have tech support on like Wyvernware or Hana U, not Alp Summit. Kenley College is still available for the next 2 days. And then you got gear sets at the Summit. So that's actually a really good day if you need like Hunter's Fury. Definitely run this. You can't get System Corruption, that's a DZ exclusive, and then the Future Initiative and Foundry Bulwark chest and backpack pieces are still raid exclusives, so you can't get those either. But if you want to run Summit and you still need some good pieces of Hunter's Fury, you can run the Heroic and Legendary floors for sure. Alright, agents, we're over here at the West Side highlights. So we got Golan gear. You can get that 10% status effects. One piece with a 4-piece of Close Protocol build is always worth it. I have one of those. I'll put in the top right card right now. Got gloves at Downtown West. You can get the BTSU gloves and the Contractor's gloves with 8% damage to armor, which is paired well with the 2-piece Walker Harrison Co. set, which gives you 5% damage to armor. And you can get the Headhunter, the perfect Headhunter chest piece. The Chain Killer is the name of it. Hana U at DCD headquarters. You can get the Force Multiplier backpack with perfect combined arms. That's 30% extra skill damage every 3 seconds as long as you land a hit on your target. And then rifles we got at West Potomac Park, and we got at the White House. So you can get the Diamondback and the Merciless exotics. Then like a good classic M1A. I always recommend Rifleman, Boomerang, or Ranger as the damage talents, or In Sync if you're running a skill damage build. You got knee pads at Lincoln Memorial. You can get the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads. You get the Fox's Prayer knee pads, that's 8% damage to targets out of cover. Multiplicative damage combined with 10% damage to targets out of cover on your weapon. That's very good. It's better than having more than 200% crit damage. You got Providence Defense at DARPA. You can get the Sacrifice of Perfect Glass Cannon, or just some better rolls on your Providence Defense pieces. And then Gloves at the Pentagon. That's a Black Tusk mission, so I'd run that for BTSU gloves instead of over here in Downtown West. Black Tusk has a higher drop rate chance for BTSU gloves. And then you can also get the Sawyer's knee pads at Lincoln Memorial. That's 30% extra weapon damage, 1% every second you're sitting still. And then light machine guns at Roosevelt Island. You can get the Bullet King and Pestilence, or the named ones like Carnage, Sleipnir, New Reliable. And then there's a few more, you know, like the Quiet Roar, Good Times with Perfect Fast Hands. You can run this on Legendary if you want to try to get the best rolls possible for the named ones. And then yeah, that's about it for the targeted loot for the west side. Let's go check out the east side. Alright agents, we're over here on the east side, DC, targeted loot. First off, we got Mask at Grand Washington Hotel. That's the Coyotes mask, the Vial mask, and the Punch Drunk mask that gives you 20% headshot damage baked into it. Pair that with Dodge City Holster or Perfect Headhunter, and it's great. Submachine guns at Jefferson Trade Center. You can get the Coyotes mask to drop from Coyote, the boss at the inn. You can also farm for the Lady Death, refarm for the Chatterbox. If you don't have that, I'll put the video in the top right card right now. And then of course the best SMGs are the MPXs. You can also get the Vector variants for sure. The Dark Winter is my favorite, but it's a DZ exclusive. You can get the Swap Chain and Safety Distance as well. Those are the named SMGs in the Light Zone. And we got doubles for Sokolov Concern and Hana Yu. We got holsters at Air and Space. That's Imperial Dynasty holster. And of course, you can get the Forge holster with 50% extra shield health. So a whole new skill tier for your shield. And Seska at Capitol Building if you need some good Seska for that 10% crit hit chance. And if you can run it on Legendary, you could hopefully find some God rolls there today. And then finally, looks like we got assault rifles at Space Admin. So that's the Exotic Chameleon. I have a build for that I'll put in the top right card too. You can get the Mechanical Animal with Future Perfection, the Burnout named FAMAS, the Military AKM Maniac, that's the named one. There's quite a few, the Glory Days, there's quite a bit of them. And then the best ones are FAMAS, Military AKM, Police M4, G36s, and the Carbine 7 are definitely the best assault rifles in the game. Alright guys, let's go check out New York City targeted loot. But real quick, Overlord at Federal Triangle. If you want Fox's Prayer knee pads, I would farm that instead of knee pads. Alright, let's go check out New York City. Alright agents, New York City targeted loot. So we got Bellstone Armory at Stranded Tanker. If you want to try to get that Everyday Carrier backpack, or chest piece I believe it's called. And then there's a backpack called the Liquid Engineer. I forget which one's the chest and backpack, but it's the Liquid Engineer and the Everyday Carrier. And one of them has Bloodsucker on it, the Perfect Bloodsucker on it, and the other one has Perfect Efficient. Those are both worth getting, but definitely Perfect Bloodsucker. Got doubles for Badger Tough. Pistols, you can get a good D50 for sure. You want to craft the Liberty. Shotguns at Wall Street, you get a chance for the Bullet King to drop at the end, and you get the Sweet Dreams Exotic Shotgun. You can farm for the new named shotgun, the 612 variant, or the new named one like the Mop with the 10% armor on kill. Grupo Sombra at Liberty Island, 1 piece for DPS builds, 2 for explosive skill damage builds. And then yeah, that's pretty much everything I recommend in New York City targeted loot for today. Alright agents, well that was the targeted loot for today. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed my content. Click the join button below to further support my dream of being a full-time content creator, or grab some Shadow Gaming merch or become a patron today. Take care agents, and be sure to stay tuned for more daily dedicated Division 2 content. This is Agent Shadow signing off. I will see you in the next video. Take care, agents.